The girl's footsteps echoed across the rocky plateau, each step labored, betraying her injuries. Pain clawed up her legs, each sting sharpening her instincts. They were close behind. She didn't dare to look back. In a desperate burst, she fled to the edge of the cliff, her foot slipping perilously close to its sheer drop. Her breath hitched, but she was not about to surrender. She'd rather risk the fall than be caught. So she did. The ground gave way, and she tumbled, her body twisting midair as gravity took hold. Beneath the cliff was a dark hole in the rock face, obscured by shadows. She crashed into its narrow mouth, sliding down until the pain swallowed her whole, leaving her in blackness. Time was nothing here. She lay motionless, her broken body cradled by the stillness, until a faint hum stirred in the depths of the cave. A silver orb, alive and pulsating with a cold, sentient awareness, floated near her limp form. It analyzed her features, registering her as young, hybrid, a mix of human and other species, complete with a pair of feline-like ears, a tail, and patches of scaled skin. Human, partial, it murmured in a voice like fractured glass, almost bitterly disappointed, yet tinged with a flicker of hope. The orb drifted closer, hovering over her chest. In a pulse of light, it sank into her, merging with her blood, sinew, and bone. The girl's body shuddered, wounds knitting, bruises fading, her breath returning in shallow gasps as consciousness stirred. She blinked into the night's dim glow, the raw scent of the cave filling her nose. Alive. She was somehow alive. What? How? She murmured, feeling as though her own voice was somehow foreign. Then, the voice cut in, deep and resonant. "Ah, you're awake at last," it declared within her mind, proud and expectant. "Be grateful, girl. You are in the presence of Lord Fifth, the finest and most magnificent weapon humans ever forged to cleanse this universe of its filth." She gasped, clutching her head. Did I hit my head that hard?" "You wound me," it replied, indignant. "Were it not for the traces of human DNA within you, I might have left you to rot in this cave." "Human?" She frowned, the word an unfamiliar shape on her tongue. "What's a human?" For a moment, silence filled her head, thick with disbelief. "Do you mock me?" It huffed, affronted. "How could you not know the creators, the conquerors, the unparalleled minds that once ruled all?" She shook her head, only half listening, still confused by her survival in the strange, omnipresent voice. "Where am I? And who are you really?" "Lord Fifth," the voice repeated with a reverence for itself that bordered on arrogance. "But alas, this cave, this forsaken place has sapped me of my power. I am but a fragment of what I once was. Yet if you seek the right artifacts, I may regain my true might. Then, girl, we will do wonders." All she wanted was to leave, to get home, to make sure her brother was safe. She forced herself to sit up, peering at the high, unscalable drop above. "That?" Lord Fifth scoffed. "Child's play." She felt a surge of energy in her limbs, her hands and feet encased in a sleek metallic sheen. Testing her newfound strength, she scrambled up the rock wall with ease, feeling lighter, stronger. As she climbed, she noticed the thick moonless clouds blotting the stars from sight. "Pitiful," Lord Fifth murmured. "To be blinded to the stars is to be crippled." Ignoring its grumbling, she pressed on, her thoughts fixed on her brother. She darted through the quiet forest until her home came into view. A small, run-down shack nestled in the trees. She stopped short. The door was ajar, hinges splintered, and something dark and cold clawed at her heart. "4 are within," Lord Fifth reported, voice low. "3 adults, 1 smaller. Judging by your account, I'd wager these are the same fiends who chased you here." A lump formed in her throat. "What do I do?" "Decide," Lord Fifth replied, both calculating and gentle. "You could scare them off, but from my experience, such creatures do not stop. They will return, angrier, until you or your brother are no more." She swallowed hard. Her pulse quickened as she imagined her brother tied and helpless. She'd never even considered killing someone, yet Lord Fifth's words resonated. She didn't know these people, but she knew their intent. If she wanted to save her brother, maybe she had no choice. Lord Fifth sensed her hesitation. "Do not shame the little human part of you, girl. Do what logic demands, and I shall guide you." Steeling herself, she slipped into the house. Shadows shifted as the intruders rummaged through their meager belongings, her brother tied and struggling on the floor. At the sight of her, they stopped, their surprise melting into satisfaction. Come on, one sneered. No more running. We'll take good care of you both. She looked at her brother, then back at them, her fear hardening into resolve. Without another word, she attacked, each move guided by Lord Fifth, each strike precise, swift, final. One by one, her attackers fell, until only silence remained. Lord Fifth's voice returned, sounding almost pleased. You made the right choice. Never fear. So long as I am with you, there will always be a way forward. She knelt by her brother, freeing him, her hands still trembling, her heart heavy yet fierce. She had a voice in her head, a strange weapon by her side, and an uncertain road ahead.